Hey everyone. So I know it's not Monday, I know it's Sunday, but tomorrow I'm kind of busy and I didn't want to skip another week. So I figure if I do it now, it's like almost Monday on the East Coast, kind of. So since I missed last week, I just want to make sure I didn't miss it and I could do it now. So hi everyone. Hello. And I couldn't get Facebook to work. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. They changed something and now I don't know. I tried for like 10 minutes, maybe longer. Didn't work. So, hi everyone. Welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday on a Sunday. It's Monday somewhere. It is on, you know what? And this is global after all. So, hey, I broke Ted's heart. Did I? Maybe I did. I don't remember. Hey everyone. Thanks. How are you? You just joined? Welcome, welcome. And I'm happy to do some shout outs as we get to in Australia. It's Monday. Perfect, perfect. Happy to do some shout outs. Just tell me your name and where you're from, but like say your actual name because these I can't read these handles. It's like the words all mixed together and then I don't know if I'm saying the right name and then I feel like an idiot. And I mean, I'm in my car, Matthew. I'm in my car. In India, I'm sure it is. Hey, Teresa from Tennessee, Teresa Sampson. Hey, David from the Sacramento area, Sam from Chicago, Rob in Chicago, Andrew in Texas, Columbia, Bernie from Raleigh, Alan from Seattle, Billy from California, Gene from Florida, Louis from Houston, or Louis Darley in Ohio, Matt from Long Island, Sharon from Georgia. You know what? I'm not going to be able to do all of them, but this is fun. Lily in Oregon, Neil in Michigan, Abraham, how you doing, Mister? Kevin from Ohio, David in Rochester, Tanya from Chicago, Casey from Greenville. Okay, Tim in Texas. All right. So, Tim in Texas, hope you're doing all right, man. This Monday, I want to talk about what's really important and what's not. And my goodness, how easy it is to get caught up in what's not important. And when I say not important, I don't mean that you couldn't like make an argument for these things being important. But as in my 40s now, the wisdom that I've gleaned from being alive this long is that you can justify anything. You can make a good argument for just about any position. Just about. Definitely, in terms of how we prioritize our days and the stuff we spend our time thinking about, it's easy to justify to say how important something is. It really, thank you, Phenomo Podcast. Yes, I'm in my 40s, and let me tell you something, it is the best decade ever. You take care of your body, you take care of your mind and your soul. You get to your 40s and you can enjoy your life. Granted, there were more aches and pains than before. That's true. When I take my vitamins, it gets better. Thank you, Leo. I'm 46 years old. I'm 46 years old. And I do little face exercises and I drink lots of water and I don't really drink alcohol, don't drink caffeine. I have the most boring diet in the world and it's whatever. Anyway, it makes me feel I don't do well with junk food and stuff. I end up feeling sluggish and unhappy and stuff. So that helps motivate me to eat well. But the point is priorities, people, priorities. What do we spend our time thinking about during the day? Do we let ourselves get caught up in all the drama? If we had friends that were going through as much drama as like the politicians in DC, we would stop hanging out with them because it's too much. It's too much. If if we start thinking about the information that we surround ourselves, like choosing friends to hang out with, we would make a different choice, I think, about how we spend our time and our energy and where we put our attention. Where do we put our attention? Where is it? What do you guys spend your time looking at? Are you scrolling on your feed, right? We're scrolling. Never done Botox. But I do frownies sometimes. It's like this paper, the sticky paper, and you stick it to your forehead and you sleep with it, and it helps to like iron out wrinkles. I'm not kidding. I look ridiculous when I do it, but it's a technology that's been around since the late 1800s. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can stick them in other places, but I found that the forehead works the best. So I've got wrinkles. They're there, but they're right now with the light glaring on it, you can't really see. That's not the point. The point is, true, Sharon, we get so caught up in what might happen that we miss the moment that we're in right now. Now all I can see is my forehead wrinkles. I'm talking. The point is, the media, the news, social media, their job is to get our attention. Whether or not you've seen what's that movie called? The social, not the social network, the other one. The social dilemma. Whether or not you've seen that, you know that the media's job and the social media's job is to get our attention and to keep it. So what do we end up being? Distracted from our own goals, distracted from our families, distracted from our friends, distracted from our diets and our exercise routines, distracted. Yes, so many prayers to Texas. Absolutely. And I'm so glad things are getting better there. I've got family there. Yes, don't let yourself get caught up in the drama, Kimberly. Absolutely. So, but it is easy to get caught up in that stuff. It's easy to. These programs, the devices, the apps, they're designed to get our attention and to hold it and distract us from all the stuff that actually is important, especially family and friends, reaching out to somebody, asking how they're doing, and not just because you saw their picture on Instagram, but like calling them, you know, calling them, right? And I swear, it seems like the media and the news, their job is to keep us not just distracted, but angry. Angry, distracted and angry. How the heck are we supposed to keep a good diet, have a good exercise routine, stay in touch with our family when we're all distracted and angry all the time? I'm telling you, we are led to believe that the stuff in the news is really important. Now, granted, Texas losing power, yes, that's important. Yes, we should donate, we should send prayers, we should pay attention to it. But that's not mostly what the media is covering. Mostly what the media is covering is all the messed up stuff that's going on in politics. Yes, it's everyone on their phone all the time. It's true. Citizen Jane Doan. Yeah, don't watch the news. Turn it off. You know what? If something's really that important, you'll hear about it. You won't be able to avoid it. Here's the thing, Serious Earthlight. I don't think it's all a plot necessarily. I think it's pretty clear they get their money from advertisers' dollars. And so the more you watch, the more money they get from advertisers. So they want you to watch. And when do we watch things? When we think it's really important. So they make us think it's really important and outrageous. And outrage addiction is real. It's real. Think about that. Outrage addiction. We get addicted to the feeling of being outraged because it feels kind of powerful and it makes us feel so right. And they are so wrong. We're just outraged. And that feeling is kind of powerful, right? It makes you feel like alive. But it's all like anxiety and adrenaline and negativity. And it's very distracting. And it uses up your husband is addicted to outrage. Well, you're in a unique position to help him by giving him all sorts of love and seeing if that helps. I hope. Anyway, the point is, it's a circus. What goes on in DC, what goes on all around is a circus. No matter what side you're on, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're red or blue or purple or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all a freaking circus as far as I can tell. And I don't think you can trust any of them. Regardless of that, if you invest your time and your heart and your energy and your emotions into this roller coaster of a story, you're just never going to feel, I think, settled and peaceful. So anyway, all I'm saying, right, stirring the pot to keep us watching. Breaking news, divide and conquer. Maybe it could be a plot, or it could just be, let's keep those advertising dollars coming in, and if it is a plot, that's even worse. But I don't want to go there because that's investing your energy into like these conspiracy theories. I just, look up from your phones, look up from the news. Look, you know what we've been doing? We've been painting Bob Ross paintings. It's amazing. Bob Ross has the calmest voice, and he's painting these happy little trees, and he makes it seem so easy, and it's not as easy as it is for him, but you end up making some pretty pictures. At some point, I'll probably post them. Okay, socialism versus freedom. Maybe. Those are both extremes, though. Think about all the freedom you have and that you enjoy right now. I don't, I don't think freedom is that easily taken. Well, let's just not go there. We're here to not go there. I'm here to say it's all going to be fine. And we've been on this roller coaster many, many times before. When I say we, I mean like this country, this world. It's all happened before and it's going to happen again. So my solution is let's do some Bob Ross paintings. Let's remember what's really important. Shut it all off, meditate, pray, spend a lot of time each day doing things like that where you're not being fed all of the distracting anger and outrage that has the journalist saying, "Oh, you'll never believe what happened next." You're like, "Oh my gosh, what is it?" "Well, you have to know this because otherwise, oh my gosh, what?" We listen and then we get all, "Who's Bob Ross?" Oh my goodness. Look up Bob Ross painting. He is no longer alive. He was very popular in the 80s. And I mean, I don't think his popularity ever really waned, but he did these TV shows where he would paint a beautiful painting in a half an hour's time, explaining how to do it as he went. And these are all on YouTube now. And they all have like millions of views. And you can go on and he tells you exactly, you can look it up exactly what kind of paint you need, what kind of canvas, what kind of brushes, and you can follow along. Now, I end up pausing the videos quite a bit. I've done 2 of them now so far. Yes, he painted happy little trees. Yeah, don't believe anything from either side in the media is my feeling. Secret little cloud. Oh, I haven't seen the one where he says a secret little cloud, but I bet he did. They're just beautiful videos. Yes, he had a big afro. White man, big afro. Very much a 70s kind of style. Uh, but it was in the 80s, so he was a little, you know, holding on to old fashions, which is perfect. He was just this calm man, painted paintings, and and his voice is so soothing that some people use his voice to fall asleep. PBS stations still play his shows. You can just go to YouTube and look up Bob Ross painting. There are hundreds, I believe. I think hundreds. Maybe not quite. Maybe there are less than, it's over 100 though. He's timeless. Yes. Yes, I'm very happy. Thank you for asking. And I'm happier. Here's still ASMR. The less I watch the news, the happier I am. I was not that happy this summer. I was really struggling. He was a sergeant in the military. Is that true? I'm gonna look that up. Maybe you might have been actually talking about somebody else I would know because I don't get to see every single thing. He's timeless. Your son knows him as a meme. Oh my goodness. The best painter may be Renoir. But his paintings would be really, really hard to do. Whereas Bob Ross shows paintings that you could do because you're using the fact that brushes look a lot like trees, look like the leaves on a tree, or like that they themselves look a lot like a cloud. Yeah, I had a rough summer. I don't, yeah. And I don't talk about a lot of the stuff that I go through if it's not pleasant because that's not what I'm here for. That's not what you guys are here for. But I certainly did watch a lot of news over the spring and summer of this past year. So, well, I'm not going to go into the details. Thank you for asking, though, TLH. So, yeah, Mr. Rogers is very calming. So, anyway, I'm happier and happier the less I'm engaging with all the drama out there because I know I'm a very empathetic person, and so it's really hard for me not to be aware of a lot of the pain. Although I will say I did learn a lot about child trafficking over the summer because I was so unhappy anyway that I just thought, you know what? I'm really feeling uncomfortable and unhappy. I'm going to go ahead and face something that I haven't wanted to face, and that is child trafficking. Like, what the F? That's going on all the time. It's going on in the US, every country, every neighborhood. It's going on in every neighborhood just about. And it starts online often. So I learned about it. I'm like, okay, let's learn about it. So I've actually gotten involved with a few organizations and I do a lot of donating of money and working on stuff. So I'm glad for that. Everything happens for a reason. But now I'm like, I'm going to keep helping these organizations and keep doing my work. I want to work on some preventative tools for kids. Jenna, yeah. Jenna, teach your daughter also about online friends. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the news for me, it's all right. I'll let the drama go on without me. I'm going to focus on ways I can help people that I know are helping. I do Cameo videos, by the way. If you guys have a bunch of extra cash and you want to pay $150 to book me on a Cameo, it's a personalized video shout out. 25% of that money goes to the Cameo app. 75% goes to me, but a very specific bank account that I use only for donations to children's charities. Right now, I'm donating to Child Help, My Stuff Bags, and some organizations helping to fight child trafficking. So, for $150, I can say, happy birthday. I do a minimum of like a minute, usually it's more like a minute and a half. You guys can tell me details. Anyway, the point is, that's one way that I'm raising money for kids, and I'm doing other things as well. So I'm like, I don't need to watch the news to be a useful, positive force in the world. I'm going to do my stuff to help kids. I'm going to love my family. I'm going to make movies to make people happy, write my math books, help kids get smart, and do some Bob Ross painting sometimes. So that's my strategy right now. That's my strategy. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. So, guys, before I wrap it up, I just want you to know, keep in your head that you don't have to watch the news. You don't have to look at the social media channels that are making you stressed. If you follow some of these news medias on social media, unfollow them. Follow places like the Good News Movement, and like there are all these positive news stations. Do you need to know what's going on though, London Blue? Do you? Think about it. How much do you really need to know that? Oh, thank you. Yes, I love writing my math books for kids. It's really fun. And I have 10 of them now. So if you want to see all of them, go to mckellarmath.com. Sometimes you got to be the first to know. If that's your priority, then do it. For me, I found that to be stressful and not worth it in the end. Awareness is key. Yeah, but if something really important is going on, you'll find out. You'll hear about it. Hourly, multiple times a day, checking it in. I don't think it's important. I think it's a waste of time, and I think it's makes us spin our wheels. We spin our wheels, stressing out about stuff that we have no control over. That's just my feeling. You guys do what you want. I'm just letting you know you don't have to. In my opinion, you don't have to stay updated all the time. We don't need a continuous stream of updates. Well, you're saying there are a few places with an optimistic outlook on news. If they don't sell, well, let's start watching those things. Let's start doing it. You have to remind yourself to breathe, Sophie. Okay, and you're telling me that you have to stay updated right away? Try something else. Give it a try. Give it a try. Thank you, Markle. That's very sweet. Or Mark Ledoux. Markle. I mean, that might be your name. I don't know. How can you see me after Periscope is over? Well, right here. This is it. I'm doing Instagram and I'm doing Twitter. I usually do Facebook too, but Facebook's not working. I don't know what's going on with my Facebook. I could post, but I couldn't post live. Not sure why. I don't do these at the same time every week. I'm on Twitter right now. I usually do them on Mondays, but the last few Mondays it's not been on Monday. So, but usually it happens Monday evenings, typically. Yes. Go into nature. Look at a tree. Well, now I'm quoting Bob Ross. Go outside, look at a tree and make friends with it and just get to know it. Study the tree instead of studying to be quite honest, the narrative, the stories that the news is telling us so that we stay riveted and stressed out. Is Facebook having issues today? Okay, so it's not just me. You found Hallmark in October when you shut off the news. Nice. Yeah, I am in a car. You are right. I'm in a car. You're starting a garden for the first time. That's lovely. Yes, beat the devil out of it. That's what, so Bob Ross, when he's painting and he cleans his brush, he wipes it off and then he beats it on the side of like a bar that's part of the easel, I think. One of the legs of the easel. I think that's what he's beating out of it. He goes, you just beat the devil out of it. He goes, you can get all your frustrations, all your anger out, just like this. And you're looking at him thinking, do you have any anger and frustrations? Bob Ross, you seem so calm. How could you possibly have any anger or frustrations? Aw, thanks. Cool name for a thing. I almost cussed. Did I? I didn't notice. Cadmium yellow. Yeah, he likes the elements, right? Cadmium yellow to titanium white. I feel like there was another one too. You can hear the brush and he's like, and I can't get my brush to make that noise, which maybe is why my paintings don't look as good as his. Yes, The Wrong Woman and Mommy, I Didn't Do It. Those are my two most recent Lifetime movies. I think Bob is the calmest man who ever walked the earth, and he is soothing for the soul. I recommend you guys turn off the news, turn on Bob Ross, go to YouTube and find some Bob Ross paintings. And then when YouTube tries to like send you other like political incendiary types of videos, just shut them off and go back to Bob Ross. Burnt Sienna. Yeah, he's great. All right, you guys. I'm sending you so much love for the entire week. I hope you have a wonderful time this week. Remember that we have some choice in where we put our attention, and that will have a huge impact on how we feel and how we can enjoy our lives. And it's important for your health, your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health. Hey, Joe Gatto, what are you doing on here? Oh, what do I like better, Lifetime movies or Impractical Jokers? It's tough. I'm going to have to go with, well, Impractical Jokers. If you'd said Hallmark, I would have had to go with Hallmark. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful week, you guys. Please remember you have so much power over your experience on this planet just by what you focus on. Focus on the good stuff. Turn off the news. Like I said, if something's really, really important, you'll hear about it. Turn it off. Meditate, pray, spend time with your family. Stop the scrolling so much. And if you're going to scroll, make sure you're following accounts that make you feel happy. And maybe watch some Bob Ross. Even pick up a paintbrush. It's really fun. All right. Sending you all so much love, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.